Hey there guys, welcome to Dinos Vault once again. Today I'm checking out the Ducati Hypermotard 796, the 2011 model. Now this particular model was in production starting from 2009 through 2012. Now before we go any further, I'd like to thank the Auto Vault team for allowing me to feature this bike for you. Now Auto Vault is a one-of-a-kind premier destination where you can find premium used cars and bikes for sale. This is a great initiative with the biking culture well and truly catching up with our Indian audience, because most of these premium bikes are usually very less ridden and almost as good as new, and the likelihood of you getting a firecracker of a deal is quite high if you can negotiate well within reasonable limits. Well, now getting back to the bike, the Hypermotard is an all-new breed that Ducati unleashed to take on similar segment models from KTM and Husqvarna. The unveiling of this bike was done back in 2006 via a mini site that was linked to the official Ducati website. Now, such was the rush and interest this bike attracted online that the whole site crashed due to excess traffic flocking to the site at the same time. The hype surrounding this unveil was that a survey was being conducted among the viewers online to vote on configurations such as engine size, brakes and other preferable features. Now, long story short, in 2007 the first Hypermotard bikes were launched. First we had the base 1100 model and then the higher spec 1100S model. The bikes were an instant hit in the market, and come 2009 the model that you are witnessing now was then launched. This is the Hypermotard 796 and it comes powered by a 4-stroke fuel-injected twin-valve oil-cooled 90-degree Desmodronic V-twin 803cc engine that is based on the Monster 696, but this engine is 1.9 kgs lighter. Now this puts out 81 bhp of max power and 74.5 Newton meters of max torque. The top speed claim for this bike is 201 kilometers per hour, and the bike features a wet slipper clutch as opposed to the dry clutch found on the 1100 models. The bike gets a steel trellis frame for nimble handling, and the bike weighs a mere 167 kgs, which gives it an incredibly high power to weight ratio, and hence the bike is supposed to literally fly off the mark. The design was fresh and radical and unique back then, and it looks pretty fresh even to this day, and that's the sign of an ahead of its time design language. The supermoto kind of a design up front, as well as the handguard with integrated turn indicators and the flip to open rear view mirrors look amazing. The exposed steel trellis frame takes center stage when viewed side on and looks absolutely scintillating. Adding to this are the dual underseat exhausts that look and sound amazing. The 17-inch Y-shaped lightweight aluminum wheels look stunning and are of the same size as that of the Hypermotard 1100. We get a 120/70 tire up front and a 180/50 tire at the back. The tail lamp unit too looks neatly laid out and perfectly complements the rest of the design of the bike. Now, talking about the suspension, the bike gets chunky Marzocchi 43mm upside down front forks that are non-adjustable. The rear monoshock from Sachs suspension is adjustable for preload and rebound damping. Now, talking about the brakes, we get huge 305mm dual discs with radially mounted 4-piston Brembo calipers up front, and we get a 245mm single disc at the back. Another unique feature of the bike is the single-sided swing arm that is supposed to aid in better handling characteristics. The switchgear as well as the multifunction LCD dash looks very premium and carries most of the relevant info. Other noteworthy specs include a fuel tank capacity of 12.4 liters, which might be of concern if you plan on going for long tours. Seat height is 825mm, which I think is manageable for average height riders and perfect for taller riders. Now, I couldn't get hold of the ground clearance figure, but as you can see here, there seems to be ample amount of ground clearance on offer for our Indian road conditions. Well, this bike is up for sale at Auto Vault, and to know more about the actual pricing and other details regarding the bike, please feel free to call the number appearing on the screen currently. Well, that's about it for now. Enjoy the rest of the video with some good music playing in the background, and until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless and ride safe.